7, graph the points 0, 2, 6, 2, 7, 4, 1, 4, and connect the points in order to create a parallelogram. What is the perimeter of the parallelogram? Is the perimeter a rational or irrational number? How do you know? All right, well, you can see that I've already plotted the parallelogram, and you only need a one quadrant graph for this. So we can tell that this side and this side, so both of those sides are 6. Now, the diagonals we don't know, right? Because we cannot count diagonals on a grid. It's not accurate. Hey, but watch this. If we draw in a couple sides here, don't we have ourselves a couple of right triangles? Yeah, we do. So that means we can use the Pythagorean theorem to find that diagonal. So let's go ahead and do that. The Pythagorean theorem, again, is a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Now, they give us a and b. We know the legs of the triangle. However, we do not know the diagonal or the hypotenuse. And the lengths are 1 and 2. So we're going to do 1 squared plus 2 squared equals c squared. And again, you can see that I drew those in, and let me use a different color here. So we have 2 and 1, 2 and 1. So we're dealing with the same triangle, so we don't have to do double the work. All right, so 1 squared is 1 times 1, which is 1. 2 squared is 4. That is equal to c. So c squared. 5 equals c squared. So remember, to undo the square, we want to take the square root. So the square root of 5 is equal to c. All right, so let's go ahead and put this all together. I know that this side and this side are both 6, right? So 6 plus 6 is going to give me 12. So we're going to do 12 plus, now keep in mind this diagonal that we found here, that's only good for 1. But we have 2 diagonals, so we want to make sure that we account for that. So we're going to do 12 plus 2 times the square root of 5. And when we do that, we're going to go ahead and put that into our calculator. When we do, we're going to get approximately 16 47/100 units. Now that is rounding. It's the nearest hundredth. But when you put it into the calculator, 12 plus 2 times the square root of 5, it's going to give you a number that looks like this. And that's where my calculator runs out of digits. So, you could tell that we rounded to the nearest hundredth here. This is our perimeter. But if we look at what we got in the calculator, is it rational or irrational, and how do we know? This example of the number that we got, without rounding, that is irrational. So it is an irrational. And that is because it does not repeat, right? So we don't see any sort of pattern in those numbers, and it does not terminate or end. Remember, that's another word for end. So there we are. That's 1067.